Picture this scenario. You are doing a standard, run-of-the-mill morning television interview to promote your highly anticipated return to reality television. And instead of giving the usual safely approved public relations talking points, you drop a bombshell so incredibly heavy it completely shatters the internet in real time. That is exactly what reality television icon Lisa Rinna just did. And trust me when I say, the pop culture world has completely stopped spinning on its axis today. Today, we are diving incredibly deep into the absolute chaos that unfolded on live television when Lisa casually revealed she was given highly dangerous substances, specifically fentanyl and amphetamines, entirely without her knowledge at the Season 4 premiere party of The Traitors. Grab your favorite snacks, lock your doors, and get comfortable, because this story blurs the incredibly thin line between a reality show mystery and a real-life true crime investigation, and the tea is absolutely scalding. But before we get deeply into the timeline of exactly how this horrific situation happened, I have to ask you guys right off the bat, do you think this is a massive Hollywood cover-up or just an unimaginable, terrifying accident? Sound off in the comments below right now because I am going to be reading all of your theories as soon as this video goes live. To truly understand the massive gravity of this situation, we have to look deeply at the legendary lore of Lisa Rinna herself. For several decades, Lisa has been a permanent staple of American pop culture, starting out as a beloved soap opera star before pivoting seamlessly into one of the most recognizable, wealthy, and polarizing figures in modern reality television history. During her legendary 8-season run on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Lisa was the undisputed, undefeated queen of stirring the pot. She was globally known for her iconic catchphrase about owning your truth, her explosive dinner party confrontations in Amsterdam, her dramatic single-tear moments, and her unmatched ability to turn the smallest slight into a season-long television storyline. Love her or absolutely hate her, she understood the assignment completely. She knew exactly how to keep the cameras rolling and the ratings soaring. But after her highly publicized and incredibly messy exit from the Housewives franchise, millions of fans were wondering exactly what her next big career move would be. Enter The Traitors. For those who somehow missed the global pop culture phenomenon, The Traitors is a brilliant psychological reality competition where massive celebrities are locked in a gloomy Scottish castle and forced to deceive each other for money. A small select group of contestants are secretly chosen as the traitors, and their only job is to secretly orchestrate the end for the faithful contestants night after night. It is a brilliant television show built entirely on lies, paranoia, and deep betrayal. So when the Peacock streaming network officially announced that Lisa Rinna was joining the cast for Season 4, the internet lost its collective mind. It was the absolute perfect casting choice. A woman universally famous for sniffing out dark secrets was now playing a high-stakes game where deep deception is the only way to survive. But absolutely nobody in the world could have predicted that the dark psychological warfare of the Scottish castle would follow the cast all the way back to Hollywood for the glamorous red carpet premiere party. Let us break down exactly what happened, minute by horrifying minute. The exact date was February 26, 2026. It was supposed to be a completely standard Thursday morning press tour stop. Lisa appeared on Good Day New York, beautifully dressed and sitting down with veteran television hosts Jerry O'Connell and Rosanna Scotto. The vibe in the studio was lighthearted, bouncy, and exactly what you would normally expect from standard daytime television. Jerry and Rosanna were asking the standard, predictable questions about the exciting new season, the fabulous winter outfits, the brilliant host Alan Cumming, and the intense, paranoid dynamics inside the dark castle. Lisa was smiling brightly, bantering easily, and playing the absolute perfect reality television veteran. But then, the casual conversation shifted toward the official premiere party, which took place in early January at the incredibly famous West Hollywood venue, the Abbey. Without a single change in her tone of voice or a shift in her posture, Lisa casually leaned forward and dropped a statement that made the entire television studio freeze in utter shock. She stated as clear as day that her drink had been completely spiked with serious, life-threatening substances at that exact VIP party. She specifically and intentionally named fentanyl and amphetamines. Let that terrifying combination sink in for a second. These are not minor recreational substances. Fentanyl is globally notorious for bringing about the absolute end for thousands of innocent people every single year. It is a highly lethal substance where even a microscopic, invisible amount can be instantly fatal. Amphetamines are incredibly intense chemical stimulants. Mixing the two together secretly in a cocktail is a terrifying recipe for an absolute medical catastrophe. Lisa calmly explained that she felt completely out of her own body, describing a terrifying loss of physical control, blurry vision, and an immediate terrifying downward spiral. The daytime hosts, Jerry and Rosanna, looked completely and utterly shell-shocked. You could physically see the dark realization wash over their faces that this was no longer a fluffy morning entertainment segment, but a massive, highly concerning breaking news event playing out in real time on their broadcast. Lisa did not accuse a specific cast member or publicist on air, but the dark implication that someone at a highly exclusive, strictly VIP-only reality television event slipped such lethal, dangerous substances into her drink is absolutely terrifying to think about. I really want to pause right here and ask you guys watching at home, if you were the professional television host sitting across from her in that exact terrifying moment, how would you have reacted? Would you have immediately stopped the live interview to check on her, or would you have kept pressing her for more exclusive details? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right now. As soon as those shocking words left her mouth, the video clip hit social media and spread like absolute uncontrollable wildfire. Within a matter of minutes, the specific hashtag Traitors premiere scandal was the absolute #1 trending topic across X, which was formerly known as Twitter, and the dedicated TikTok sleuths immediately clocked in for an absolute overtime shift. You guys know exactly how the internet works in 2026. These fans are infinitely better than the actual authorities. Within mere hours, tens of thousands of videos were uploaded, analyzing every single background photograph, deleted Instagram story, and blurry camera phone video from the Abby premiere party. Dedicated TikTok creators were zooming in on tiny reflections in mirrors, tracking the precise physical movement of every single cast member, public relations representative, and +1 in attendance that night. People were furiously mapping out exactly who handed Lisa her drink, who was standing closest to her private VIP booth, and heavily scrutinizing the nervous body language of her fellow reality stars in the background of every single photograph. The internet theories currently range from wild, unhinged conspiracies to genuinely terrifyingly plausible scenarios. Some die-hard fans are absolutely convinced it was a highly targeted malicious attack by a bitter, disgruntled rival from her Beverly Hills Housewives days who somehow managed to sneak past the heavy security into the heavily guarded VIP section. Other viewers are speculating that someone actually meant to slip the dangerous substances to a completely different celebrity, and Lisa just tragically and accidentally took the wrong cocktail glass from the bar. Then there is an even darker, more twisted corner of the internet, seriously suggesting it was an orchestrated inside job by a fellow cast member, though there is absolutely zero concrete proof of that wild theory right now. The dark irony of this entire situation is completely lost on absolutely no one. The entire internet is currently playing a massive real-life game of the Traitors, desperately trying to find the real-life villain hiding in plain sight at a glamorous Hollywood party celebrating a television show entirely about deception and betrayal. The sheer, overwhelming volume of content being generated about this one interview is absolutely staggering. Every single reality television pop culture podcast has entirely scrapped their previously scheduled episodes to urgently record emergency audio analyzing this exact Good Day New York interview frame by frame. But what does this actually mean for the immediate future? And what are the actual tangible real-world consequences of this massive live television bombshell? First and foremost, this is an absolute unprecedented public relations nightmare for both the Peacock streaming service and the Bravo television network. Major entertainment networks have a very strict, legally binding duty of care to physically protect their highly paid talent, especially at officially sanctioned, heavily promoted network events. If a massive, globally recognized star like Lisa Rinna can be secretly slipped dangerous, potentially lethal substances at an invite-only, highly secure network premiere, the corporate security protocols are completely and utterly broken. To address this terrifying situation, without formally admitting massive financial and legal liability, but far beyond the corporate public relations fallout, there is a very real, very serious possibility of a massive criminal investigation launching immediately. Secretly spiking a beverage with fentanyl is not just petty reality television drama. It is a severe, violent felony that can easily lead to decades behind bars in a federal facility. We are talking about malicious attempted harm, plain and simple. Will the West Hollywood Police Department officially subpoena the interior security camera footage from the Abbey? Will the authorities forcefully demand an official, unredacted guest list and start aggressively interviewing famous reality stars under oath in an interrogation room? The legal implications of this interview are absolutely, undeniably staggering. As for Lisa Rinna and her legendary television career, this specific moment changes absolutely everything moving forward. She has always been widely known for her incredibly thick skin and her unmatched ability to miraculously turn sour lemons into profitable lemonade. But this is clearly not about petty manufactured gossip or a stolen seat at a reunion taping. This is about her actual human life being put in extreme, immediate danger in a public setting. Many longtime fans are openly praising her incredible bravery for speaking out on such a massive, visible platform, shining an incredibly bright light on how common and deeply terrifying drink spiking has actually become, even in the most protected, wealthy, and glamorous Hollywood circles. It takes an incredible amount of guts and personal fortitude to sit on live daytime television and share such a deeply vulnerable, terrifying personal experience with millions of viewers. But speaking out also paints a massive, unavoidable target squarely on her back as she attempts to navigate the mandatory press tour for the rest of the highly anticipated television season. Will she bravely continue to do morning show interviews? Will she take massive legal action against the famous venue or the streaming network for failing to protect her? We are collectively watching a completely unprecedented, incredibly dark reality television scandal unfold in real time right before our very eyes. Before I officially wrap this deep dive up, I need your final, honest verdict on this entire mess. Do you think the streaming network immediately needs to step in and entirely cancel the rest of the promotional press tour to protect the remaining cast members? Or should the television show absolutely go on while the local authorities quietly investigate the situation? Drop your absolute hottest take in the comment section right now. Make sure you aggressively hit that subscribe button to stay fully updated as this wild, developing story continues to unfold, and I will see you guys in the very next deep dive video.